go from rags to riches, farm to fame, from washing dishes to the whole world knows your name. They'll stand in the spotlight till the light goes dim, and it's farm to fame, to farm again.
Well, I've always loved the idea of raising our own food, whether that be in the garden or out in the pasture with cattle or even in the hen house with chickens. So this year I committed to raising 100 chickens for meat to harvest. The first thing I do is I gather up all the eggs from the hen house, and I collect them up, and then I put them in the incubator. And this incubator Rory got me for Christmas, and it has an automatic turner on it, so it's really nice. I don't have to go and turn them 2 or 3 times a day by hand. It does it for me. And then about 4 days later, once they're in the incubator for a little while, you can get this little light and look at the eggs and see if they're good or if they're not good. The simplest way to tell if you have a good egg and something growing inside is you put the light to the end of the egg and you'll see a dark spot in there. And that means you have a baby chick growing. But right about 21 days is when the baby chicks start hatching. And that is when the excitement happens around the Feek farm. We usually have them here in the house, and so you can hear the babies chirp inside the eggs about a day before they're due to hatch. But the real kicker is the excitement that we get to experience watching Ranger go after these baby chicks, because he'll hear them way before we do, and he'll run in the room and he'll listen for them, and he knows something's happening. And so once they start hatching, you let them hatch and you let them kind of dry out in the incubator, and then you can transfer them into this little tub. So we set up a big horse trough and we have heat lights in there. And Ranger's kind of short so he can't see over them, so he'll use my legs to jump up on and look over into. And he's so sweet with them, he's just so excited. But when the chicks get a certain age, mainly when they start really feathering out, probably 2 or 3 weeks old, then I will move them from inside the house and I'll take them out to the hen house in a little separate divider. So they're away from the adults, but they have their own little space, so they're safe on their own and they get to run around and play and discover a new life out there.
Look how heavy they are.
They are, I think they're ready to eat.
No.
Chicken nuggets.
Well, when they turn about 18 days to 21 days old, we will take them from the hen house in their little private, cozy little spot. They've completely outgrown that area. And we've made these portable pens outside where they're a floorless bottom. You put them in these pens, and each day you move them to a fresh plot of grass. So basically the concept is they're free range, even though they're cooped up in a pen, but they get to pick the grass, they get to eat the bugs, and they get to scratch and be normal chickens. And every day they have a fresh new salad bar of grass.
Off the gizzard, you see all this fat. Again, this is 2 ounces of fat. That's 30 cents.
Well, growing up back in Indiana, my grandmother, she raised chickens, but I was little and I didn't know a lot about it, and I didn't have a lot of time to go back and ask her questions. So luckily, this day and age, we have YouTube, and we have a lot of resources on the internet to go and look and see how you transition from certain ages to then certain parts, and then also, ultimately, how do you go into the harvest time?
Well, girls, your purpose is going to be put in action for today.
Now, harvesting chickens takes a lot of time, and it's best if you have some help. Luckily, my mom was in town along with my 2 cousins and my aunt, and so it was a beautiful morning and it was time to start. We got everything ready, got everything set up, and we probably did 25 hens that first day. And we started at 7 in the morning, and we did it for about 5 or 6 hours.
Isn't that a nice bird? 4 pounds?
For the first year, we had 3.5 to 4 pound birds. And I was excited, I was ecstatic. I thought that was a huge success.
Pretty neat, isn't it?
Well, Well, there's something really special about sitting down at dinner and looking at what you've served and what you've prepared and knowing that you've grown everything on the table. I didn't get it from Kroger or the grocery store. And if people do, that's okay, because some people don't have the means to be able to grow their own food. But for me, just how special that feels, that I didn't do this on my own. I mean, God gave us these animals and gave us the garden and the farm. But I get to provide this for my family. And that is the biggest reward of all.